Hi, my name is Cami, creator of the blog Tidbits at tidbits-cami.com, if you don't already know me. So I recently did a video all about 10 Berkey water filter mistakes that we have made, hoping to help you avoid them. But because of all the questions I received following that video, I decided I needed to kind of step back and explain why you might want to buy a Berkey water filter in the first place. There are many reasons why, but let's cover just 7 of the most important benefits of owning a Berkey water filter. First, I have to apologize if you hear chirping in the background. We just got some baby chicks and they're still breeding in the house, so apologize for that. Then I'd also like to clarify, this video is not sponsored. I bought our first Berkey 3 years ago after my friend Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone talked about it. I have since decided that it's made a big enough impact on our life that I would like to share more about our personal experience with the Berkey as well. I have reached out to Berkey and they have graciously set up a coupon code for my viewers to save you 5% on your purchase. Use the code TIDBITS at checkout and that should help you save a bit on this investment if you're interested after hearing what I have to say today. All right. Oh, additionally, I want to add a quick disclaimer. I am not an expert on all things water, but I will leave some links below in the description that will take you to some comprehensive articles written about the benefits of filtered water and especially what the Berkey can actually filter out of your water if you're curious. I'll also direct you to products that I personally have if that kind of gives you a direction on where to start if all this information overwhelms you. All right, why you should have a Berkey. Reason number 1, and possibly the most important of all, the Berkey will remove contaminants from your water. So some contaminants may be obvious in your water, like soil or rocks, which might be the case if you're out camping or in the event of an emergency. But most contaminants cannot be seen, smelled, or tasted. Well, sometimes your water tastes terrible, and the Berkey will help a ton with that, which really was the first thing we noticed at our last home that had city water, and we'd have out-of-state visitors come and drink our city water. It tasted so much better in here. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time discussing what might be in your water that could be harmful. That research should certainly be up to you. But I do suggest a really good place to start, and it's this handy tool that Berkey provides that allows you to look up your zip code, and it will pull some data and show you what is potentially in your water and what the Berkey can filter out. This kind of blew me away when I looked up our area. Now, I won't show you my zip code here, but I can see this data was gathered last in my area in 2017. It's reporting 7 total contaminants, most I can't produce, but this large amount of arsenic is most concerning. I can see that it says that 6 of these contaminants are removed by the Berkey filters. 5 of them exceed the Environmental Working Group health guidelines, but according to federal standards, it's totally safe to drink, even though those standards have not been updated in at least 20 years. Now, I don't want to go all crazy water lady on you here, but that is very concerning to me, and it became something that I wanted to really change when I learned about it and when we were on city water at the time, and it was often cloudy, which was concerning. Note also that Berkey has fluoride filters that you can add on top of their charcoal filters. I don't understand a lot about the arguable pros and cons on fluoride, but the research I've done, it shows that it can be a disruption to your hormonal system. So knowing this, I haven't had to add those because in our new house here, we are on a well, which doesn't have fluoride, but it has other water issues that make this Berkey so necessary for us, like high iron content that doesn't taste great. We even have like a whole house water filter set up that keeps our water from being yellow and smelling like sulfur, but even still, out of the tap, it has a weird taste, but filtered through the Berkey, it is the pure mountain water I remember growing up in the Rocky Mountains. So, big reason, cleaner, healthier, and better tasting water. That alone should be enough, but there are even more benefits. So, reason number 2, emergency preparedness. Now, I think we can all feel the weight and importance of having access to safe water to drink, and that we are not always in control of that availability. You can think of the Berkey coming in handy if you are a more just health conscious person and you want daily purified water, or you may just opt to buy it and store it in case of an emergency where safe to drink water is unavailable. For me, it is major peace of mind having this in my home. I did research other water filters, not too extensively, but I quickly learned that the Berkey system is one of the very few that actually filters out bacteria and viruses. I will link to a source page that you can look at yourself, but these charcoal filters are very robust. If you're thinking of just emergency situations, you could buy those chlorinated tablets to disinfect contaminated water. That makes it safe to drink, but it also introduces chemicals into your water. So I just much prefer the idea of clean water filtered through these black filters that, if I understand correctly, they use an ionic absorption and microfiltration process that just simply makes it impossible for contaminants to pass through. So when traditional water sources fail, you can safely drink from like creeks or rivers or streams. Who knows, maybe even your toilet water. Actually, don't quote me on that, but it does make you wonder. All right, reason number 3, the Berkey is very design friendly. Now, there are a lot of water filters on the market, but being an interior design blogger and just a lover of all the pretty things, I was most drawn to the Berkey because I feel it is very stylish. It looks quite nice in my home. It doesn't offend my eyes to have it as a permanent countertop hog. Just pushing the amazing functionality aside, I definitely prefer the style of the Berkey water filter over all the other options I found. I don't feel like I have to hide it when I need to take photos or video, and it's just a huge part of our kitchen and life that I am happy to embrace. All right, reason number 4, economical. Now, you will hands down save money on filtered water with the Berkey if you are already buying bottled water to drink, because you're already aware of contaminants in your water. However, if you're on the market and you are wanting to compare cost with other filters, just keep in mind that the Berkey shell was built to last with its stainless steel shell versus so many other filters that are plastic. The only thing you might need to replace is the filters. Now, I will leave a link where you can read more about this, but you should need to buy new filters every 3.5 to 4 years. And it equates to less than 2 cents per gallon of purified water. So while it may feel like an investment up front, over time, it's really a very economical purchase and worth every penny in my mind. All right, reason number 5, it helps feed my sourdough starter. Now, if you're not into sourdough yet, this may not be something you would consider important, but I was talking to my sister-in-law and we were trying to troubleshoot her sourdough problems. She was doing all the things right, but it was not working. When I asked her what water she used, she said just the tap water. Well, that was definitely the problem. Her city water has chlorine, and chlorine kills the beneficial bacteria that you're trying to grow with a sourdough starter. So you can buy bottled water to feed your starter, or just use the Berkey and feed it for life. All right, reason number 6, room temperature water is great for the digestive system. Now, some of our house visitors, typically my kids' friends, they're always blown away that we don't have cold drinking water. Now, we don't have a fridge with a drinking water spout, and we all drink room temperature water straight from our Berkey. Now, this might be a concern and an adjustment for some, but if you take a minute to read all the benefits of drinking room temperature water versus ice cold water, there are many, mainly in support of the digestive system. Now, in the summer on a hot day, I do often keep pitchers of filtered water in the fridge because Nothing really quenches the thirst on a hot day like ice cold water, but I find that I personally can drink so much more water every day when it is room temp. You learn to love it pretty quickly, but if you don't, just keep jugs of water in the fridge after they've been filtered. All right, reason number 7. It's great for on-the-go lifestyles. The Berkey company has a travel size Berkey, which is also great for like 1 or 2 people households. And you can take it with you camping, in the RV, which is what we did when we lived in our RV for months, and the water from the hose just tasted terrible. You can take it to hotels if you don't like the taste of other city water coming out of the bathroom tap. It really can be with you wherever you go to clean up your water and leave it tasting great. This is especially good if you are concerned about contaminated city waters elsewhere. Now, I could go on, but I won't. Just leave me any questions or comments that you have below. If you have your own water filter experience, please share in the comments to this community. I know it'll be very helpful to hear your perspective. If you're ready to buy a Berkey, be sure to use the code TIDBITS to save on your purchase, all caps. I hope you love it as much as we have. If you want to learn even more, head to my video all about my Berkey mistakes that you should avoid. I talk about what size might be best for you, how to clean the filters, avoid spills, and a lot more. So thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more inspiration for do-it-yourself living.